Now, it's not like we're saying that um, the jiva is falling down from the spiritual world. We're saying goodbye, Krishna. Krishna says goodbye to us, and we're crying. It is not that way. It is not that way. See, in a way that you people nowadays we can see in so many movies or docu-series or television, you see, they show some magical things for you, very different things they show. So it's a little easier to grasp the subject matter, although our mind and intelligence are very not as very advanced as it used to be in the past. So it's not very difficult to understand these things. The spiritual world, we um it would not be like we have an argument with Krishna. Of course, Prabhupada says that you insisted to Krishna that I want to go, I want to become Krishna. Show me. How do I become Krishna? That's right. Krishna says, don't be. That is correct. Technically speaking, it may even be just a thought process. Just a thought. We are with him and we're thinking, oh, well, what is it like to be him? You understand this one important point. See, these discussions are like, for some reason, they are not discussed so clearly in our society openly. For various reasons. They have got their own reasons, good for them. But these are very important points. We don't want to remain neophytes. Because Srila Prabhupada has said, everything you want to know, you have to know is there in my books. So why not? Why not we study those books? Prabhupada writes very clearly in Srila Prabhupada's books. So the fall of the jiva is technically may not be the way that we are thinking it to be. No, there's an argument or feeling of ill and all. But that's true. We said that how Krishna wanted us to be, he wanted to enjoy himself, so he created us. Well, we wanted to enjoy as well. That's why we were created. Okay. Now, everyone has gone through the 3 sessions, please. I want to know this first. All of you have done the 3 sessions? Yeah? Just raise your hands if you have not. If you have not, raise your hands. Oh, okay. You have not. What about others, please? Does you not understand much? All these points were discussed, as I said, I've written down very clearly. You must take time to study. Everything is then recorded for you. So anyway, we'll just move on, move further. So we are very intimate in the spiritual world in Golok Vrindavan. The intimacy with Krishna is very intense. What do you mean by intimacy? See, we are all part and parcel of Krishna. So what does it mean? We can see a part and parcel of Krishna, meaning that we are born from him. So we are exactly like him, quality wise, not quantity wise. And because we are separated, we don't become one. Okay, we understand this point. Prabhupada says it very clearly. So what does it mean? The tendencies that Krishna has, we also have our same tendency. The quantity is different. Just like a spirit soul is completely, is very powerful. Just like an ant is such a small ant. And the soul inside the ant is so powerful that it can drive the ant, keeps the ant alive. And as compared to the ant, we are so big. And the soul is us only. The quantity of the soul is the same. 1/10,000 the tip of the hair. Yeah. And the same soul is driving such a big human being like us. And the same quantity of the soul is driving a big elephant. You see? Doesn't mean that elephant soul is bigger than our soul. No, no, no. So similarly, with other higher beings, or very powerful beings, those living beings exist with the same spirit soul, quantity wise, just like us. It's very dynamic. This is very, very dynamic. We have to understand this very clearly. I wanted to, that's why hit the deck running. So there's no time for us to warm up. If you're not, it's up to you. We can do only so much. What? So now, as one thought shows that we are playing with Krishna, and in that playing, we remember, we think about, we want to be away, what is it like to be with Krishna? Immediately we are gone. No, we are gone. We're still there. It's like a dream. See, like when we're sleeping, right? It's a dream. We wake up, sleep is gone. So we say, now we are awakened state. But technically speaking, in the spiritual sense, even our awake state is spirit is sleeping sense because we're under illusion. So it's not the the sleeping state is sleeping state and awakened state. It's called chaturya. We'll discuss. It's a little different concept. So many definitions of chaturya is there for different spiritual understanding. But chaturya means four. But there are three levels of lower awakenedness, lower consciousness. The fourth is of a higher consciousness, awakened consciousness. Sleep, deep sleep, awaken when you are awake, and then you are spiritually awake. So if you're not spiritually awake, you are alive, you're awake, not sleeping, but still you are sleeping because you're under illusion. We should understand this point. So just like when we are sleeping, we don't know, we think what is in the dream is real. So when we are awakened, we say, oh, no, that was a dream, man. And sometimes the dream may linger a little bit more. Yeah. We may sometimes remember the dream if we're too intense with it. Similarly, this when we are awake, it is still a dream for us. The ultimate reality is in the spiritual world. As I said, nowadays people, although their intelligence is a little low, but still we are fortunate, not fortunate. We've seen the material world also, like in the movies. So many movies and docu-series and all that you have got. What was that? I always take the example of that movie. What was that called? That Matrix. They give two pills, this is awake, but this is real life, that is not real life. So there are scenes in the movie which says that how can you say that this food that you're eating is not real? It is real, we're eating it. How can that bald guy say it's not real? This is wrong, is nonsense. No, that is not real. The real life is somewhere else, which was like fighting in that submarine and all that thing. That's nonsense there, but still the concept is there. Another movie, I don't know what's called, Maze Runner or something. I'd seen it somewhere where I was driving. The same thing, like one person living in a area, he doesn't know there's a life outside, which is a different life. He has to run out of this material world. He has to get out of this world to go out in a different life. I don't remember what was it. So these are all existing. So it's not very difficult for people to extrapolate and understand. Okay. Similarly, when Krishna was present on earth, his pastimes, which are in this material world and spiritual world, sometimes to interact and interlink. So what you see is not always what you experience is not always true, although it may seem to be very true. When we are in pain, it's very painful. The body is in pain. If you are in pain, you're suffering, the body is in pain. It's very painful. How can you say it's not real? It is real, but still it is not real. Why is it not real? Why is it not real? Tell me. It's not permanent. You see? And as long as you identify with the body, there the pain exists. There is a class of medicine which talks about this. It says if you don't identify yourself with the pain reduces and you can cure diseases. So there is chaturya. Okay. So in a way, we never left spiritual world. In a way we have. In a way we have not. Okay. It's not a mind twister. This requires some dedication, some time where we can allocate ourselves. That's why we must always have a place in the house where you can sit tight and just meditate in peace with yourself, be with Krishna. Because being with Krishna means you have to think of all these aspects. I want all of people who are with Hare Krishna WECAN, who are with us, to be intelligent thinkers. And we give this topic immediately. Normally, this topic is not even discussed in the society so easily. And we are head on doing it, challenging this. We should be doing it. You see? Otherwise, how will you understand what is the meaning of spiritual world, where you want to go, or where we want to go? So what we discuss, do we really want to go to spiritual world? Of course we want to, but at the same time, we know we can fall down. So better to perform devotional service. That is love for Krishna. Now that is we find, and how can we do that? We find the reason to love Krishna. And what is the reason to love Krishna? Which path we have written down? The reason to love Krishna is that we are Krishna, Krishna is us. We all of us have an intimate relationship with Him because we are part and parcel of Him. We have different bodies depending upon our actions in this material world. The actions are depends upon the results in the material world which we have. And it is this which gives us different bodies. You understand these points, please? It is very important. So when we find the reason to love Krishna, we'll understand that we are inseparable. We all have an inseparable, intimate relationship with Krishna. And as Srila Prabhupada says, and reviving that relationship is Krishna consciousness. See this. I'm not the Prabhupada's words. All these are Prabhupada's words. So how can we say the Prabhupada did not give any information? We are very lazy not to think about it. And we are afraid not to think about it. Why are we so afraid? This is exactly what Srila Prabhupada teaches us, his words, not mine. Krishna consciousness is not something which we bring from outside. We say inside us. Love for Krishna is inside us. We have forgotten it. Why have we forgotten it? Because over a period of so many lifetimes, birth after birth, we have forgotten this situation. And when we are awake, it's done. I was there. Yes, it's with me. How did I do this? How can I be so ignorant? Where was I? What was I doing? No. You see, this is the point. Okay, anyone has any questions so far here? Think about it. I don't want you to ask questions what I said. You must think about what I said. Yes, Prabhu, anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. You may let me know if the question is out of context and we can answer it later. Otherwise, you can answer it. So, Prabhu, my question was that you said that s- pain in this world is not so real because it's temporary, right? Which means that spiritual world, and we have read this also, it's unchanging, eternal, right? Things are permanent there. So my question is, Prabhu, that when we try to serve Krishna, we have these rasas that we serve him in, right? So is our service to Krishna from the time we were, is it permanent? Like, is it there that my service to Krishna is fixed, or somebody's service to Krishna is fixed in this way because it's unchanging and eternal? So
No,
if you may answer,
no,
Prabhu.
no, 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 no. No. As we go deeper, it's a question at a very early stage. We should be, but if you ask a question, so I'll answer the question. No, the rasa can change. It can change. The rasa can change. No problem. Okay, but these are not, as I said, openly discussed in our society. These questions are taboo. Answers are very taboo. I may be, criticized for this. But hey, Prabhupada has said these things. These are all Prabhupada not said it. I understand that. But Prabhupada mentions in indirect way to understand. These are important questions. Rasa changes, of course, it changes. No problem. And a devotee whose relationship with Krishna is intimate in the Vrindavan Bhav, if he goes to the Vaikuntha planet where opulence is there, worship of where he's the Supreme Lord, he will feel very uncomfortable. So I don't belong here. Just like even if you see, we are not God loving, we are not God fearing. What are we teaching you? Did we say to fear God? Do we anytime teach you to fear God? But the religion to say fear God, we're God fearing. Christianity also, some Hindus also in some way, Islam also, fear God. Of course we fear God, but we are God loving. We love God. He loves us. That's what it is. Intimate relationship. If you fear, you may have intimate, but not so intimate. We understand this point. So we all have very intimate relationship, and that intimate relationship has to be awakened in that confidence. This is real enlightenment. And in that concept we work. We live in that concept. Is that okay for you?
Yes, Prabhu, thank you so much.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. But it will be more clear as we discuss more. I'm also not qualified, but this is a basic answer. It may change if you want to. Okay? Yeah. So now the different ways in which you can love Krishna in the spiritual when Krishna comes incorporates in incarnates in different incarnations, the love in which it is reciprocation takes place is very different. Okay, he demands, he does this, he does that, and devotees fulfill the demand, worships him, but very rarely he comes as Krishna. Only once in the day of Brahma he comes as Krishna. And once in the day of Brahma, he comes as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Imagine this, and we have come at that time, just recently. So Vrindavan is also there. Krishna's pastimes are there. Okay. Others will not say, we say, oh, where is Krishna? No, if supposing if you are born in the next Manu's cycle, 39th Manu cycle. Okay. Each Manu lives for 71 Yuga cycles. So 430,000 times 10 is 1. Times 71 is 1 Manu. Supposing we are in 38th Manu, 38th Yuga cycle of the 7th Manu. So we are in the 8th Manu. And we say, we read about Krishna, Vrindavan. We say, where is this? I don't see Krishna, I don't see Vrindavan. The incarnation which appeals at the time is different. But here, because Mahaprabhu appeared, Krishna appeared as Mahaprabhu in loving devotional service through Krishna in the Vrindavan pastime. He said, nobody knows this. It's a top confidential way in which one can love Krishna, God. And we are also godly. We are also part of God. We can become godly, but not God. And each of us has an intimate relationship. How beautiful is that? We are like this. That's why even when we choose to be in the material world, yeah, he comes with us as super soul. He never leaves us. We never leave him. But because we are in that trance of enjoying things, we don't look at him. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Stay with this thought for a couple of minutes. What I said, stay with it. And this will be revealed. Our intimate relationship with Krishna is revealed depending upon how sincere we are, how curious we are, how sincere we are in the performing of our devotional service. The chanting of the holy name leads to that. You see, this is the power of chanting. So chanting, if you do without emotions, you can do that. It purifies you. We put emotions. Like for example, if a mother is making the child go to sleep, if the mother is very busy, she's just singing some song and the child is not sleeping. Have you experienced that? But if mother is involved with the child and that emotion makes the child sleep peacefully, immediately goes to sleep. Yeah. This is the point. This is the thing. You can love somebody and remember somebody without emotions. I love you very much. I love you very much. I love you very much. What does it mean? But if there is emotions involved, there's investment. You invest some emotions in it, then there's reciprocation. Is it not so? So it depends upon how well we chant. The quality of our chanting is this. But most of the time, the material world kicks us so badly that we don't have time to chant. You see, it's very important. Service to devotees is significant. Service to devotees is very significant. We don't value that. We don't value it. Including the vrats that we take, the ekadashis and all that. It's very significant. These are these are ways in which one reciprocates because it's our creator Krishna loves it, so we love it. See, right now the situation is this, that because he loves it, we love it, right? We are not thinking what makes him what he loves on his own. You have to be told this. But if you love somebody, you will take efforts to know what he loves, I love, or what she loves, I love. Full stop. And everything else, we are not interested. So of course we work hard, we maintain our family, we maintain ourselves, but everything else we are not interested. We are interested in what Krishna loves, so I love Krishna. Full stop. That's it. Why? Because we are created by him. He creates us. We are both the same, but we are part and parcel of his. So we like what he does. He likes what I do. That's why he never leaves me. I never leave him. That's why it's called Suhrut, very intimate friend. Suhrut Sarvabhutanam. Hrideshe Arjuna Tisati. Suhrut means very intimate. In our heart, our soul is residing. Next to him is him residing as super soul. Very intimate. Physically also there is no difference, no distance. Excuse me. So the renunciation that we do, austerity we perform, is just so that we are not distracted. That's why it's austerity. Otherwise, that is the meaning of austerity, right? Austerity means that we want to do something for the body, but we are not doing it voluntarily. Why? Because Krishna doesn't like it. Now it becomes an austerity because we do not have connection with Krishna. If you have connection with Krishna, then there's no austerity because I do it because I love Krishna. So tomorrow when people say, why do you do this? Why don't you eat meat and all that? I don't eat meat. I love Krishna. That's the answer. Why do you do Ekadashi? Because I love him. If you're so afraid of saying I love Krishna, don't say I love Krishna. Say I love myself. Then you will give all excuses in the world. You will lie. It's good for my health, good for my brain, good for my this, good for the environment. Lie. Become liar. Truth is, how do I do it? I love it because I love Krishna. This guy will faint. The person will faint in front of what? Why did you drink alcohol? Because I love Krishna. He doesn't like to drink alcohol. Finished. Over out. Next time they will say, man, they'll take distance from you, worship you. See, I'll tell you, anything which is odd in this world is a fashion. Is it not so? Everything which looks odd in this world is a fashion. My father used to say this. Okay, Srila Prabhupada used to give an example of this Charlie Chaplin Charlie Chaplin movie. I've seen that movie. It may be there on video also on YouTube. So what it says is this: once Charlie Chaplin was dancing, they're dancing like this, black and white, So in that, they're wearing tuck suit, So for some reason, the Charlie Chaplin's tuck suit gets entangled somewhere and it tears off from the back, So it tears off in a different way, like this. But he was poor. He did not have anything else to wear, so he kept on wearing and kept on dancing, So seeing this, another guy looked at him and said, "This is different. Looks all right." So he goes in the bathroom and cuts his tuck suit to match this guy. Charlie Chaplin comes out and he dances. Seeing this too, other guy also cuts the same thing and comes out. Everybody's cutting it and coming out. You see, this is in the movie. In the material world also it is the same case. So Prabhupada gives example. Anything which looks odd becomes a fashion. So everybody's looking for a great answer, right? If you ask a question, you want a very esoteric answer. So wow, what an answer, They say, what an answer. You're so deep, man. You're so clever. So give them tomorrow. Why don't you drink alcohol? I don't drink alcohol because my Krishna doesn't drink alcohol. He said, who's Krishna? A dog? So what do you mean? He's God, idiot. Right. Wow. If you are living in India, they know Krishna. If you live outside world, who's Krishna? They will say, out of India. So you're very fortunate. Just say this. So you do only what Krishna loves? Yeah, I try to. I try to. That's what happened, when I used to do my work, people used to say, my boss used to say, so you do this? I said, because, I love Krishna, but I don't know whether he loves me or not. But I love him. I'm very happy with my love. Far out, he would say, He said, I'm applying, I tell him, to satisfy myself, I'm applying, but I don't know whether he replies or not. But my love is not dependent upon his reply. You don't understand this. My applying itself is my love, and I get the reciprocation. So it becomes standard then. Next time he didn't ask me this question. So why not? Otherwise you lie. Why don't you drink? I want to because my good health and my blood pressure and my this and that. People lie. Whom are you lying for? Some fool? That foolish person after drinking, when he comes out, he won't even remember what you said. So why do we lie for people? Don't lie. Say the truth. This is what a truth. This is the truth. No, I don't want you. You don't want me. Good mind. This is how it is. So we do our material activities. We do our material activities for the sake of doing material activities. That's it. So that we are free to do our spiritual activities. Our intimate relationship. It gives us time. So timing is very important. We require peace of mind. So the more we are very particular about where our time wastes happen, more we are aware about this, the more we'll start to weed off things. That doesn't mean you become aloof. You can have friends. You can go to parties. Who's stopping you from doing that? We are never saying you should not go to. I never said that. I used to go. But remember, Krishna is Krishna. My love is for Krishna. That's it. Full stop. All right? Simple as that. How can you control this? Because I love Krishna. Krishna controls, I can control. No problem. He gives me the strength. He loves me. I love him. Far out. All right? That's it. Up to you. I just give you the answer. It's up to you what you want to do. Why don't you eat onion and garlic? Because Krishna doesn't like it. Where does he say, come with me? Come to a Sunday class, I'll tell you. Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. Simple as that. Simple as that. No difficult. Now, this is spoken about. Okay, I'll put it the other way. Our discussion for today is that how is devotional service to Krishna attained? Everybody is performing bhakti to attain Krishna, right? So what are the process in which you can attain Krishna bona fide? Now this particular question is answered in a very beautiful episode in which the devotional service to Krishna which is done by some set of devotees was so different, was out of this world, which was not existent on earth before these devotees appeared. Can you imagine this? Okay, I'll repeat this again. Be with me. So these devotees' love for Krishna was so intense and so great that before these devotees appeared on earth, this kind of love nobody had done for Krishna. Although Krishna appeared in so many incarnations, okay, in each of the Manvantara, each of the Manu, Krishna's different incarnations appeared. And there are prime incarnations also of Manvantara incarnation. So he's appearing every time. In Guna Avatar, Manvantara Avatar, Leela Avatar, etc., etc. It's constantly appearing. Okay? As full plenary portion, part of the plenary portion, sub-part of the plenary portion, sub-part of the plenary portion. He's appearing half, one of the half, 1/4, 1/10, 100. He's appearing all this. And every time there are devotees who perform those activities, this devotional service, perfectly, which are mentioned in Bhagavatam. They are so perfectly performing their activities. But when this set of devotees came, it revolutionized all other devotees. They said, we never thought like this. We can love Krishna this way. And Krishna can be loved in this way. We never thought like this. Because I started my discussion by saying what? Different rasas, it can go to spiritual world, there are different rasas. You may not fit in, you may fit in, etc. We have to attain that. It's too premature now, but it's good to know. If a Gopa goes to spiritual world where Lord Nrsimhadev is worshipped or Lord Narayana is worshipped in Vaikuntha, he'll be feeling, what is this, man? I want to go and embrace it. Is Krishna? He said, don't embrace it. What are you doing? It cannot be embraced. Worshipping is going on, opulence and all, and he takes like that. Krishna in Dwarka is like this. He's the supreme Lord. There is a whole pastime of Lord Jagannath comes. You see? See, Jagannath pastime happened when Krishna left Vrindavan, okay, and went to Dwarka. And the gopis were in complete separation of Krishna, thinking, where is Krishna? What is Krishna? They remembering Krishna, they're mad, totally. So they heard Krishna is going to Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is a very place of pilgrimage, from ancient times. So in this time, this day, when there is a, he's going to take his bath during eclipse. So we'll go there and we'll meet Krishna. Right. So I think I mentioned this before, this person. Many times I mentioned. I do not know to different audiences. So that Krishna is there in the chariot, he comes as the king of Dwarka, supreme personality of Godhead, the boss. And here the gopis come and the gopis see, they don't recognize him. They say, where is Krishna? You say Krishna is going to be here. Where is Krishna? We don't see Krishna. We don't recognize Krishna. Because he's not, they were used to Krishna in his flute, Shyam Sundar. As he decorates himself, beautiful decoration, just like a dramatist, but not a king, certainly. You see? Not with all this opulence, but although they knew he's a king, they knew he is a supreme personality Godhead, but he was not that way. His love was very different. You see? So that's why this whole pastimes comes, and they become like Jagannath, seeing the whole devotion of theirs, they become so astonished. All three of them, their eyes become big and all that. That's why there's special features are there in Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. And they pulled the chariot to take him to Vrindavan. That is the whole chariot Rath Yatra takes place. In that mode of gopis. That's how they pulled the chariot. Come to Krishna, come to Vrindavan. We're not going to leave you. You see? So till the time gopis appeared, they revolutionized. After gopis appeared, they revolutionized the whole concept of bhakti. Because how can you love God and God can be controlled out of lust? They proved that God can be loved through lust also. Don't think about lust as our lust here. It's a different situation. But this is how they obtain. They're one of the best, and it is considered the best. Absolutely the best. They wake up in the morning, early morning, Mangalarti, and they're thinking about Krishna, washing their clothes, they're thinking about Krishna, putting the clothes up, thinking about Krishna, cleaning the cows, thinking about Krishna, singing about Krishna. Every house is like this. Everywhere. This is Vrindavan. May not be current Vrindavan, but this is Vrindavan where Krishna was there. The cows, the cars, this is how they would do. This is how the relationship was. Okay. So in that time, at that point in time, during that episode, this particular verse comes. Glorification of the gopis. The verse is this. Okay.
Prabhuji, you're on mute.
Yes, I know. I'm telling something to my son. Sorry. Hold on. Thank you. Okay. So now, this particular verse talks about how Krishna can be realized. Realized. What is the meaning of realized? You can experience Krishna. It's not one activity, there are many of them. And we are performing, you'll be surprised, many of them we are performing already. Okay. Tell me when you're ready, Krishnadas. When are you ready, please? Thank you. So these are the activities which were glorified of these gopis when they did. This is the verse. Everybody can see this verse? Okay, repeat after me, please. Dana. Just switch on. Take out your unmute yourself, please. Otherwise, I will not know that you are speaking. I can't see you anymore. Repeat after me, please. Dana.
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 Vrata.
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 Tapo.
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 Homa.
Homa.
Krishna, just show
Homa.
the words, not the synonyms, please. Just show the words, please. Thank you. Then japa.
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 Swadhyaya.
Swadhyaya.
Samyamaihi.
Samyamai.
Samyamaihi.
Shreyobhir.
Shreyobi.
Shreyobhir.
Vividhaish.
Trividhai.
Vividhaish.
Chanyaihi.
Chamyai.
Anyayahi.
Krishne.
Krishne.
Bhak
Krishna.
Bhakti.
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 Hi.
He.
He.
Sadhyate. Sadhyate.
Sadhyate.
Sadhyate.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Dana Vrata Tapohoma. Please repeat.
Dana. Vrata. Tapo. Homa.
Japa Swadhyaya Samyamaihi,
Japa. Swadhyaya.
Swadhyaya
Samyamai.
Samyamaihi.
Shreyobhir Vividhaischanyaihi.
Shreyobi.
Shreyobhir
Vividhai.
Vividhaischanyaihi.
Krishna Bhakti Hi Sadhyate.
Krishna.
Krishna
Bhakti.
Bhakti
Sadhyate.
Sadhyate.
So it's a very nice verse. It's not very complicated verse, okay? If we don't understand the word-to-word synonyms, it may sound very complicated. But I'll once we go word to word, we'll understand this. Now see, be with me. The first word is called dan. We all know the word dan who are from Indian background. Okay? Dan means by charity. Okay? So repeat after me. Dana
Dana.
by charity.
By charity.
Okay, first word. Now second, vrata.
Vrata.
We all know what is vrata. Vrata means strict vows. Say strict vows. Repeat after me.
Strict vows.
Yes. Then tapaha,
Tapa.
austerities.
Austerity.
This is a multiple austerities, tapaha, austerities. Then homa, this is fire sacrifices, yagna, fire sacrifices. So what is the first line? First line is dana, which is charity. Vrata means strict vows. Tapaha means austerity. And homa means fire sacrifice. 4 words are given here. Okay, 4 things are given here. Now, second line. Japa swadhyaya samyamai. So, first word, japa means private chanting of mantras. So, when we're doing japa is a private chanting with Krishna, one-to-one time with Krishna. Okay. So, japa, private chanting of the mantras. Then second is swadhyaya. This,
Adhya.
this is made up of 2 words, swa and adhyaya, means study of Vedic texts. Yeah, personal study of Vedic texts. Okay, swadhyaya. Then third is samyamaihi, regulative principle. We have no meeting, no gambling, no illicit sex. There's a regulatory principle. Okay. So second line. What is second line made up of? Japa, Swadhyaya, and Samyamahi. Japa means private chanting of the holy name, which we do, mantras. Swadhyaya means study of Vedic text, which we are doing. Samyamahi means following the regulatory principle. So now there are 7 items mentioned here. The first line talks about charity, then strict vows, then austerity,
Austerity.
and fire sacrifices, or yagna, which is home. The second line talks about fifth is japa means private chanting of the mantra, then study of the Vedic texts, and eight is following the regulatory principles. Samyamahi.
Relative
Very simple.
principles.
Very simple. So total 4 plus 3, 7 are mentioned here now. Okay, let's go now. The third line. Shreyo bhir vividhaish chanyai.
Chanye.
So Shreyo bhi means what? Shreyo bhi means by auspicious practices, auspicious work. Shreyo bhi. Repeat after me.
Obir.
By auspicious practices.
The auspicious practices.
Yeah, see, we devotees are very do auspicious things only. We don't drink alcohol. Other rascals drink alcohol. We don't go into all this nonsense, illicit things and bogus things. We don't do. We're very clean people. We do auspicious things. A devotee touch changes money from money into Lakshmi. Why? Because he uses the money to buy bhoga or cook for Krishna, offers to Krishna. Full stop. So everything the devotee uses becomes auspicious. Even the thought is auspicious. Okay. So Shreya Bhihi, that's why the name Shreya is given, Okay. Shreya Bhihi is by auspicious practices. Second is Vividhaihi,
Vividhai.
means various, different, various.
Various.
Chanyehi is divided into 2 words, Cha and Anyehi. So Cha, repeat after me, Cha
Cha.
means also.
Also.
Anyehi means others.
Anyayim. Others.
Any others.
So Shreya Bhihi Vividhai Chanyehi means Shreya Bhihi means by auspicious practices and various others. So 8 and 9. Okay. And what is the last line? Krishna Bhakti Sadhyate.
Bhakti sadhate.
So Krishna meaning to Lord Krishna. It's not Krishna, it's Krishna, means unto Krishna. To Lord Krishna. So repeat after me. Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna.
to Lord Krishna.
Unto
To
Lord
Lord
Krishna.
Krishna.
Bhakti, we know, is devotional service.
Bhakti, devotional service.
He,
He.
indeed,
Indeed.
sadhyate,
Sadhyate.
is realized.
Is realized.
Is realized.
That means it's achieved, So basically what it says is that by charity, first word is charity, dana, charity, by strict vows, austerities, vast sacrifices, by private japa chanting of the mantras, by study of Vedic texts, by regulatory principles, by auspicious practices, and various other activities, unto Lord Krishna, devotional service indeed is realized. Simple. No complications. Yeah? So let's speak now again. Let's recite again now. Dana vrata tapo homa
Dana
Dana
Tapohoma
Prata Tapohoma
japa swadhyaya samyamaihi
Japa
Japa
Swadhyaya
Swadhyaya
Samyamaihi
shreyo bhir vividhaischanyaihi
Shreyo
Vivideshna
Vivideshchayanye
Krishna bhaktir hi sadhyate.
Krishna
Bhakti Visadhyate.
Sadhyate.
So by all these various practices, one Krishna is realized through his bhakti. Okay, let's come to the translation now. Krishna Das, can you bring to the translation, please? Thank you. Okay. Devotional service unto Lord Krishna is attained by charity, strict vows, austerities, fast sacrifice, by japa, study of Vedic texts, observance of regulative principles, and indeed by the performance of many other auspicious practices. Simple. This work talks about what are the practices by which one can attain Krishna. So, repeat after me again. Devotional service unto Lord Krishna is attained
Devotional service unto Lord Krishna.
Devotional service unto Lord Krishna is attained
by charity,
By charity,
by charity,
strict vows,
strict vows,
strict vows,
austerities,
austerities,
fire sacrifices,
fire sacrifices,
by japa,
by
Japa
japa,
study of Vedic texts,
study of Vedic texts,
observance of regulative principles,
observance of
observance of regulative principles,
and indeed by performance of many other auspicious practices.
and indeed by
indeed
by the performance of many other auspicious practices.
performance of many other practices.
Yes, very simple. Let's come to the verse again. Please repeat after me. Dana vrata tapohoma
Tapohoma
japa swadhyaya samyamaihi
Swadhyaya Samyamaihi
shreyo bhir vividhaischanyaihi
Vividheshchanye
Krishna bhakti hi sadhyate.
Krishna
Krishna
Bhakti
Bhakti Hi Sadhyate.
So Shreyobi means all the auspicious practices, Vividha means various, and Chanyahi means Cha Anyahi. Anya means different, other, and Cha means also. Simple. So Dana Vrata Tapohoma
Dana
Vrata Tapohoma
Japa Swadhyaya Samyamaihi
Swadhyaya
Swadhyaya
Samyamaihi
Shreyo Bhir Vividhaischanyaihi
Shreyo Bhir Vividheshchanye
Krishna Bhakti Hida Sadhyate.
Krishna
Bhakti
Bhakti
Sadhyate.
Sadhyate.
Can we come to the purport now, Krishna? Let's come to the purport. Okay, now here, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is one of the greatest authority in our Sampradaya. He explains the processes described here as follows. Number one is dana, means donations given to the Lord Vishnu and his devotees. Donation doesn't mean only money. Donations is giving charity also, giving prasadam also, taking help also, giving help also, serving the devotees. You must be very careful. Don't when you may be cheated also. So be very careful whom you serve, But still, from our side, we are devotees. We serve devotees. Okay, right. So first is dana, donations given to Lord Vishnu and his devotees. Second is vrata, observing vows such as Ekadashi. Third is tapas means renunciation of sense gratification for Krishna's sake. So why are we giving up? For Krishna. That's it. Why do I don't drink alcohol? Because I love Krishna. He doesn't like it, so I don't drink it. Far out. Homa. Fire sacrifice is dedicated to Vishnu. So even when we are actually offering bhoga to Krishna, it's a fire sacrifice. Chanting of the holy name is fire sacrifice. Congregation chanting is a fire sacrifice to Krishna. Yagna. Okay, and then japa means privately chanting the holy names of the Lord. Krishna, Ram, And Swadhyaya means study and recitation of Vedic texts. He says, study and recitation also. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentions of Vedic texts such as Gopal Tapni Upanishad. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, all these are connected to this. So this is very simple. This is what the purport is. Okay? Just Krishnadas, can you stop the sharing? Thank you very much. Okay. So this is the culmination of all our discussions that we had about the jiva being part and parcel of Krishna. The jiva falls down from the spiritual world to the material world. Then why did Krishna make us born? Is reaching Vaikuntha our goal? Our goal is performance of devotional service is goal. Then the different regions of jivas fall from Vaikuntha in the different Gaudiya Sampradayas. It all culminates into these things. This is how. These are the processes by which one can love Krishna, of which there is no confusion. There are no agreements, no disagreements, because written in the Shastra. Okay, Uddhava says this to gopis themselves. Okay, so this is the meaning of reason to love Krishna. Once we know the reason to love Krishna, once we understand why do we want to love Krishna, then these processes will help us achieve it. But as long as we are not very clear about why do you want to love Krishna, what makes us love Krishna, why should we will not be able to really focus upon, achieving this purpose. Okay. We discussed about how living beings, how our body has got so many living beings in us, So aren't we responsible for them? Of course we are. If we drink alcohol, we kill so many billions of germs inside our body, living good bacteria and bad bacteria also. Then we have so many antibiotics, we kill so many. You see? So this material body is a very precarious situation, because ultimately everything is full of blood and stool, blood, urine and stool, nothing else, bone marrow. How can we be proud of this? Yes, we can be proud for some time, certain limit of time. After that, it's over, gone, finished. We are useless on this. The body becomes useless. Okay? So the whole part is culminated into, once we understand our real relationship with Krishna, then the relationship with Krishna is realized by this particular verse, 10:47:24. Dana vrata tapo homa. Dana vrata tapo homa. Japa swadhyaya samyamaihi. Shreyo bhir vividhais chanyai. Krishna bhakti hi sadhyate. So we will send this verse in our intermediate level. There are few beginners devotees also here. Others are not here. So they may not, I don't want them to be, those who have taken the pains to come, they take advantage of this, So this is to your advantage. Please make the most of it. And this is how we can achieve the purpose of our existence. This is the real meaning of love, Krishna. Our expression of love is expressed through these 8 processes. Not we create anything, we don't, not something which we are speculating something. This is given, bona fide. Okay? Hare Krishna. Does anyone have to say anything? Any questions or realizations? Please feel free. Now's the time. And you can ask questions from all the 4 sessions, including today's. Okay, so while you think about it, I just want to reiterate this point that the first 3 sessions, the first 2 sessions, we opened up all the questions. We made you think, made you ponder. For this while, you were not even thinking about those points. But one question raised so many questions. Okay, and those questions didn't seem to have any answer, but they are answered. We also saw that other sampradaya, one of our Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they say Prabhupada has not given answers to those questions. Prabhupada has kept it very basic for basic level of people, but that's not the case. Because we use the same Prabhupada's books with all my imperfectness and lack of understanding in reading Prabhupada's books. From the same books, same points, we answered the questions, which are seemingly very troublesome to be answered. Okay, and then we said, did it answer all the questions? That's what we did in the last session. So yes, it did. And today we concluded by saying, so what? How do we love Krishna? What are the processes? So these are the processes, 8 processes. Very simple formula. No complication. Okay. Oh, anyone has any questions, please feel free. Or anything to share. No? Okay. Wonderful. Thank you very much. So with this, we conclude today's program and the topic, a very big topic, very important topic of the what do we understand by being part and parcel of Krishna? Okay. So this is how we. I mean, anytime in the future you have any questions, go through these 3 chapters, these 3 videos, which will be shared, and that should answer your question anytime. Thank you very much. Shri Gurudev ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Shri Ananta Koti Vaishnavanda ki jai. So who has somebody raise a hand? Yes, Varunji, you want to say something?
Yes, Prabhuji. So I've gone through all the previous lectures, and you have mentioned 2 kinds of soul, Nitya Baddha and Nitya Mukta.
Yeah.
You have said like Nitya Mukta are the ones who are not contaminated, who don't even think about ki, "Arey, we need to go, we need to enjoy ourselves and all." Why we are created as a Nitya Baddha, not as a Nitya Mukta?
See, this question you would have answered if you had attended the class then. Okay. So good, you listen to the lecture afterwards, but this is a difficulty, We have gone to that point. Answer is this, that is how we are created. Why is not the question. This is how it's been created. Okay. So although you guys have an advantage of listening to the class again, but your questions, which you may have had, others asked a question. We answer the question. If you read again, watch it again, you will see this question is answered. So this is the answer. But you have the advantage of listening when you come to the program. Okay? The answer is this only, is how it has been created. But this will be becoming more clear over a period of time, not now. It's not that easy. Okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yes.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Just like you cannot say, why am I not the richest person in the world? You are not. What do you want to do about this? Why I don't look like most beautiful person in the world? Well, why am I most beautiful person in the world? It's up to you. Why am I not the most clever person in the world? What can you argue about this? No. So tough, This is how it is. But whatever it is, we have the same chance to go back. You have the same intelligence to go back, but we misuse it. That's the only difficulty, nothing else. So don't misuse. It is with us, in our own hands. Nobody else's hands. It's in our hands not to misuse it, right? Right. So that's how it is. All right. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So we will now disconnect from YouTube for a few seconds and we'll start again for our beginners program. Just don't go away who are watching us on